Hey, welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to talk very quickly, recapping very quickly about the Lakers and Golden State Warriors. Game one, we saw what happened. Game two, now you saw what happened basically. So it's a case where I think we see this in the other players as well too, like the other rounds. If for the Lakers, if Anthony Davis doesn't have a good game, the Lakers lose. No matter how many points LeBron can score, if Anthony Davis doesn't get at least a minimum of 20 points, um, pretty much the Lakers lose. And it's been proven. You saw it in the Memphis Grizzlies game, and now we're seeing it right now in the with the Golden State game, where basically game one, AD showed up, scored a lot of points. Lakers won. This time around, um, it was a case where like game two, LeBron. It was almost a LeBron show practically, to be quite honest, where LeBron had almost I think around 23 points, even though it was a case where he was pretty much leading in the first half, leading all scorers, and then of course he just dropped down. But I mean, honestly, you had Russell scoring 10, Reeves not doing much. As I told you, if you see my other videos, Reeves is not going to be someone that's going to thrive in this environment against the Golden State Warriors. So it comes down to Anthony Davis. So if Anthony Davis doesn't have a good game, the Lakers win. I mean, the Lakers lose. Sorry, the Lakers lose if Anthony Davis doesn't play well. So it's really down to Golden State with that strategy, basically. Isolate Davis, let LeBron try to beat you. If you can isolate the rest of the team, like take out Davis, take out Russell, and take out Reeves. More often, take out Russell, D'Angelo Russell, and more so AD. I think then they'll have the game in hand, and the series for that matter too. Um, but I digress. The main purpose of this channel, of course. By the way, if you do like this channel and my videos, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Um, as well as I welcome comments. I read all my comments. I do respond to them when they warrant a response. So please, leave a comment and feedback at that point. Now with the Knicks against the Heat, let's put it this way. Game one, they lost, which I was afraid that was going to happen. Game two, they won, but for me as a Knicks fan, I'll take it as the win. But the thing is like the game itself shows you had three starters: Brunson, Randall, and Barrett, all scoring 20 points or 20 points and above, and they still barely beat out the Miami Heat without Butler. So it comes down to the point of this: if they, and mind you, let's not forget, like two specific plays, and it could have gone against the Knicks. Those were lucky calls on the Knicks side, basically. So, and I'll take that luck. It's going to be luck. I'm not going to complain. I'll take it. The only thing is, if the Knicks play like this, and if it's a case where no one else can score, and it's up to these three guys, one of them is going to get shut down, and when one of them shuts down, then the team loses. It's almost similar to like with the Lakers and AD. If he's shut down, pretty much the Lakers lose. In this case, they had enough scoring, but they still couldn't. They barely beat out the Heat. So the real question is when it comes down to Game 3 in Miami, do the Knicks come out guns ablazing and go crazy and start scoring on them and holding off and pulling off, one of the other strengths, which defense as well too. Miami's doing a great defense as well too, but I think the Knicks can contain some of the players out there, and some of these players without Butler have shown that, hey, we can score without Butler. We can kind of win this game or the series for that matter. So with Butler coming back, if he does come back in Game 3, and most likely he is, the real question is like, what do the Knicks do? Now, Barkley said it best after Game 2 that, from his analysis, Charles Barkley, that Butler coming back, it's definitely going to go most likely to 7 games. this series, but if Butler comes back, you know he's going to take a majority of those shots. So some of these players that did really well, Butler-less, minus Butler, some of those shots that they were taking are going to go away because most of them is going to come into Butler unless Butler becomes the decoy. So the real question is like, will Butler try to take the game in his own hands, or will he play the decoy? If he plays the decoy, the Knicks, I think, might have a problem. Now, if Butler does try to take the game in his own hands, I think the Knicks could potentially overcome it a little bit, so long as all three players play and play really well. And as well as Emmanuel Quickly or Grimes, Quentin Grimes can contain Butler, or Farr could do that for that matter too. But also the other factor is Quickly also has to score some, as well as Grimes. They have to get into like double digits as well too, for them to win the series, or at least game three. If they can do that, then they should have the series at that point. But as a fan, as a Knicks fan, seeing this rivalry, reignited, because of course, Pat Riley being the president and of the Miami Heat and how he left the Knicks, and of course some of the games that they played in the playoffs in the past. This is one of those things where I think I want the Knicks to win. I'd rather the Knicks win in 5. 6, yes, but 5 more so, because the fact is if they go to game 6, it's going to go to game 7. If it's a game 7, I don't think the Knicks can recover from a game 6 if they go into a game 7. That is only if the Knicks are up ahead, that is. If the Knicks are down, I think they still don't win game 7 anyways. They'll be too tired or whatever it may be. So it comes down to, let's see what happens on Saturday's game. Now the question is will Butler be playing? We have to wait and see, based on how his ankle is. I have a feeling he's going to play, and he's going to go all out. The thing is like, it's just got to be some form of. I mean, you don't want to double team him. You double team him, then you saw what happened with the other players at that point. So the question is will Butler become that decoy? If he becomes that decoy, then the Knicks are going to have to adjust. I think Thibodeau is going to have to adjust for that at that point too. I'm hoping he can adjust for that. Quite honestly, if that's the case, if Butler does come in, becomes a decoy, I hate to say this, but maybe Thibodeau plays Jalen Rose. I know you'll have Brunson and Hart. Maybe use a little bit of Jalen Rose at this point as well. Not Jalen Rose. Derrick Rose. Sorry, thinking of Jalen Rose from the ESPN. Derrick Rose. Maybe play Derrick Rose. Who knows? I mean, the guy's wily. He's definitely crafty. He's a veteran, and remember he was Butler's superior while he was with the Bulls. So he does know a few things on Butler. Probably knows a few things on Butler that he could probably defensively keep him in check. And the other question is Toppin himself, Obi Toppin. He has to get into this series. He has to go and score at least 20 points as well too. At least 20 points. If he doesn't score above 18, he's got to be that fourth guy basically to help in the Knicks scoring. I said Quickly in Grimes, but in reality, I think Toppin has to come in. If Toppin can actually go into 25 points per game like he did in Game 2, I think we have a shot as well too. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would have some graphics in play with some like stats and all that stuff, but it's running a little late for me right now. I'll do some probably tomorrow, or just before Saturday's game, basically. For my reasoning as to why the Knicks could potentially beat out the Heat in this series. If it's in 5, if they can beat them in 5 to 6 games, 7 games, I know that they won't win the series then at that point. But I'll leave it at that. With that, I'll leave it at such. I'm repeating myself, but in any case, unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.